Hello, guys. Now, this book I'm going to review next is interesting when it comes to the Anne Rice bibliography. This was written during the time when Anne went back to the Catholic Church and she gave up on the Vampire Chronicles. She said that she was done. Blood Canticle was going to be the last in the series, and that she was going to devote herself mainly to more something besides, I guess you want to say, less evil topics than vampires. And so she did the Christ the Lord series, and she started doing Angel Time and the follow-up to it as well, which was her Angel Seraphim duology. And she's talked about actually going back and doing a third in this series, which is going to be interesting if she does, because what this book is about is basically Quantum Leap meets Angels. It's about Toby O'Dare, who is a wannabe, or as a child, he wanted to grow up to be a priest, and now he's turned hitman. So he's like completely spun around and done the opposite of where he thought he would be at life. And even though his boss tells him that he's working for the good guys and that he should feel more like James Bond, like know that he's doing the good work, I guess you could say, he still feels bad about killing people, that he wanted to be a priest saving lives. He didn't want to be a murderer taking lives, and that's exactly how he sees himself. And he feels so bad that this is where he's at in life, and he thinks it all goes back to when his mom got drunk and killed the kids before killing herself, and he said that's when things started spinning around and got all crazy. And so, wallowing in sadness in a way, he gets a knock on the door that turns out to be, spoiler alert, it turns out to be an angel in disguise, like the song says, and gives him this chance to redeem himself by letting him go back to the past and fix the wrongs. So like I said, it is Quantum Leap when you think of it, except he doesn't actually leap into another friar or whoever he's going to leap into in the past. He just shows up as, and it's like history fixed itself, so he is what he is. And that's what both books are about. He goes to one place in one book and then to another place in the second book. And in this story, he actually goes back to 13th century England, and he's in the middle of a mob scene, literally. It's very anti-Semitic. The mob is, not the book. And the mob's blaming this couple, I think Mir and Floria, I'm not sure how to say that person's name. They're blaming those two because there's a daughter in the village that was poisoned, and they're blaming, obviously, the Jewish couple that's not Christian, because it happened on Christmas night. So, blame the Jewish people. And so Toby, as a friar in 13th century England, has to set right what was wrong, whatever that Quantum Leap saying is. And so he plays detective and discovers, talking to people, investigating the truth behind the poisoning while trying to save the daughter. It was interesting. I really liked this book when I was reading it. The only flaw about it is that it is not that memorable. It's been about a year since I've actually read this book, and I have never really had the temptation to go back again. And I'll review the second book next in one of my other reviews. I just remember mainly liking the Angel Time, this first one, a lot better than I like the second one. I don't know if it's because they rehash the idea, or she rehashed the idea in the second book, but if you like Quantum Leap and the idea of going back in time, and like I said, it's Quantum Leap, going back in time and setting right what was wrong, then you'll like Angel Time. It's interesting. It's not vampires, it's not erotica, but for what it is, it's not a bad book, and I did like it. And I wouldn't mind a third in this story, because you can take it so many places. I mean, you can go into the future if you want to. It's kind of loses its point if you did that, but I mean, you can go anywhere at any time, so that alone makes the stories worth reading. And I'd give Angel Time a 4 out of 5. I liked it. It's not perfect, though, because like I said, it's kind of forgettable. And it's one of those things that you hear and it jogs your memory, but if someone asks you what the book was about without actually kickstarting that memory, you wouldn't really remember what it's about. So 4 may be generous, but I enjoyed it as I was reading it at the time. It may be a one-read kind of book, but still worth reading. So check out Angel Time, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.